Why just plan to graduate when you can graduate with a plan? Here at Proctor High School, we know there's more than one track to graduation, and we want to provide opportunities for every student to grow and succeed. As high school students, we crave real-world, authentic experiences. And when we are interested in what we're learning, we feel more empowered to build the skills we need for what comes next. There's a transformation happening inside Proctor High School that is making way for a new approach to how we think about and plan our academic career. It's called Proctor Pathways, and it's just the ticket to exploring and aligning our interests with future career and education opportunities. A pathway is a series of courses we can take to be more prepared for further study, training, or work opportunities within a specific career field. It gives us the opportunity to job shadow, learn from guest speakers, and work with real companies on real projects while fulfilling graduation requirements. By partnering with local organizations, these 4 Proctor pathways are tightly linked to in-demand local and national careers. Health Sciences and Human Services. Grow your desire in making a positive impact on the future health and well-being of our diverse and complex society. Arts, Global Communication, and Information Systems. Foster your creativity, innovation, and expression while exploring different ways to apply those well-rounded skills in life after high school. Design, engineering, and manufacturing technologies. Feel empowered to step into the role of an engineer, adopt a problem-solving mindset, and make the leap from dreamer to doer. Business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Explore the varying types of business while gaining communication and marketing skills to thrive in today's business world. The idea is for students to be future-focused, think about what careers might interest them, then find which pathway and classes they could take to build skills around their interests. Pathways is not about locking students into a single track. It's opening our minds to all the possibilities. Deeply explore a topic in one pathway, or expose yourself to different courses in multiple pathways. Whatever your goal for after high school, Proctor Pathways is here to help students train for tomorrow and find the right track toward a successful future.
who's serving right now? Proctor? Sub. 14 get out there. Hibbing. 8. We got, yeah, no, it should be 10 served, but I'm just correctly on 14, we got 8. You don't have legal, which is worse. I know. I think we have to be that is close to the 14. So, how many points did you score?
You do a good job, Chris. Yeah. Ends up being on you. You got 10.
So, what we got to do is how many points did 14 score here? She has scored 2. So those points are gone. You're back to 20. Well, it was 21 on the side out. That's still 21. Wait, no. Why is there a box on this? That was, she started with 20. Okay, it is 20. 20 was the side out. So you're going to lose those 2 points. And then we can do a sub here if you want.
So just roll. Oh, we rotate forward or back? How many minutes do you start?
So, ready? It'll be okay for sure. Hey, hold on a second. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. Do you even know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Stuff we used to have to put on here. Oh yeah, all the cords. That's nice. Let's just do this. I'm gonna put it up a little more like that, so that you can see the height of the ball better. Now you can do this. Take that away. And watch the green line. There we go. Great. So yeah, we don't have to run all that extra power packs and everything because of this, how this new camera is. That's nice. Oh. Trying to be quiet.
4, might have was a bull fishing in the diary. Neil Diamond. Pretty Carolina. But everybody will sing along, you know. It's kind of like, yeah, they're all right, but everybody's still a joke.
Sorry about my reach. I suppose I could have moved. It's all good.
Why just plan to graduate when you can graduate with a plan? Here at Proctor High School, we know there's more than one track to graduation, and we want to provide opportunities for every student to grow and succeed. As high school students, we crave real-world, authentic experiences. And when we are interested in what we're learning, we feel more empowered to build the skills we need for what comes next. There's a transformation happening inside Proctor High School that is making way for a new approach to how we think about and plan our academic career. It's called Proctor Pathways, and it's just the ticket to exploring and aligning our interests with future career and education opportunities. A pathway is a series of courses we can take to be more prepared for further study, training, or work opportunities within a specific career field. It gives us the opportunity to job shadow, learn from guest speakers, and work with real companies on real projects while fulfilling graduation requirements. By partnering with local organizations, these 4 Proctor Pathways are tightly linked to in-demand local and national careers. Health Sciences and Human Services. Grow your desire in making a positive impact on the future health and well-being of our diverse and complex society. Arts, Global Communication, and Information Systems. Foster your creativity, innovation, and expression while exploring different ways to apply those well-rounded skills in life after high school. Design, engineering, and manufacturing technologies. Feel empowered to step into the role of an engineer, adopt a problem-solving mindset, and make the leap from dreamer to doer. Business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Explore the varying types of business while gaining communication and marketing skills to thrive in today's business world. The idea is for students to be future-focused, think about what careers might interest them, then find which pathway and classes they could take to build skills around their interests. Pathways is not about locking students into a single track. It's opening our minds to all the possibilities. Deeply explore a topic in one pathway, or expose yourself to different courses in multiple pathways. Whatever your goal for after high school, Proctor Pathways is here to help students train for tomorrow and find the right track toward a successful future.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rail Yard here at Proctor High School. Ted Kiefit along with the coach Tim Roweeder for tonight's matchup of 2-0 teams, the Bluejackets from Hibbing High School and our very own Proctor Rails. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to another great matchup here after Tuesday night's 5-set action.
That was a good game. I know you're going to talk a little bit about that here in a minute. You had to sit down with Coach Jahola in regards to that. We promised everybody a coach's show, but because of multiple sports and kids here and there, unable to do that. But before we get to that, let's make sure we thank our students that are working here tonight. We got Isaiah Peterson running camera. Thank you for being here. Carly Glass going to be running our live score widget. Again, it's a student-run program. Also want to make sure that we thank our sponsors. The Irving Community Club Pulling for Kids, the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academics, Arts, and Athletic Development, Audiology Concepts in Matterhorn Mall. Stream Dudes, their mission is to help their customers deliver their content with over a decade of web streaming and live video production experience. Stream Dudes provides expert advice and simple solutions to get your content where it needs to go. Tamarack Building Supplies on Highway 53 in Hermantown. Heritage Window and Doors, 1626 Arma Avenue in Superior, Wisconsin. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco. The Rob and Barb Shaler Charitable Fund, and also our new sponsor, Troy Service Center, who brings us our coaches show at each broadcast. So, Coach, why don't we turn that over to you and tell us about that conversation with Coach Jahola.
Well, yeah, tonight the Rails go against the Hibbing Bluejackets. Both the Rails and the Bluejackets, very similar starts to the season. The Rails started their year with a 3-0 victory over Moose Lake Willow River, then struggled a little bit on Tuesday in a 5-set win, 3-2 versus Denfeld. Hibbing, on the other hand, is 2-0 as well. They started with a 3-0 victory against Deer River, and then struggled on Tuesday against Mesabi East in a 5-set victory, 3-2. So the Rails come in after last year being 25-3. The Hibbing Bluejackets come in after last year being 6-22. The Rails won that matchup last year 3-0. You talked about Tuesday for the Rails, kind of a sloppy win, but a win nonetheless. Aubrey Garner led the way with 11 kills. But Coach Jahola talked about in that Troy Service Center coaches sit-down about the fact that, what they're used to in a home game really wasn't there. So some of the routine was off, and they started slow, and Denfeld capitalized on that. Denfeld served very well in that game and caused our back row some troubles in passing and moving their feet. And I asked her about, talk about that fifth set. It looked like the Rails really came back and got sharp and kind of took that fifth game pretty handily, 15-10. And I said, well, why was that? Why all of a sudden were they sharp when they weren't sharp all game? And she mentioned, in the huddle with the team, she said, you know what? What's done is done. Those first 4 games we can't get back. Let's play our game and do what we need to do our jobs. And the kids knew how to do that. And so they came out and took that fifth set. So as far as Hibbing is concerned tonight, she doesn't know a whole lot. I didn't know that they can't scout this year, evidently.
I didn't know that either.
Those rules. And so she doesn't really know a whole lot about Hibbing, but she knows that they're a very similar team to Denfeld. But she doesn't expect them to be as strong in the serve game with their position serving that Denfeld did. They caused us some troubles. But we asked, what did they work on? What's the key to tonight's game? She said yesterday at practice, all they did was footwork, coverage, passing, and serving. And those are I guess that's the whole game. But, those are the things that the Rails struggled with on Tuesday.
Yeah, she really talked about how they struggled with their passers to get to the ball from Denfeld serves, and how they did a lot of running yesterday to make sure that we're going to move our feet, we're going to get where we need to be, because Denfeld really, as you started to talk about in those first 4 sets, kind of learned where to put that ball long, short, because our passers just were not getting into it or getting to the ball.
Yeah, she said Gabby Jaholi, as our setter, really is limited in her options when the passes aren't there. So she tended to set to the outside more, and so the blockers were able to get over there. And in Game 4 and Set 4, the Rails started passing a little better, which opened up Garner to in the middle, along with Caitlin Dumars, who's, by the way, Caitlin's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Caitlin.
So those two were able to get some kills in the middle, which kind of threw off the blocking for Denfeld. So we'll see tonight if the Rails come out a little more sharp and are moving their feet and communicating better. But that was our Troy Service Center sit-down with Coach Jahola, and thanks, Coach, again for sitting down with us, and that's what we learned.
And at this time, we're going to go to Matt Solberg, in-house PA for the Rails Volleyball, who will give us our anthem and our starting lineups. We'll be back right after that.
To Proctor High School. As a member of the Minnesota State High School League, Proctor High School would like to welcome you to this interscholastic contest between Hibbing High School and Proctor. To honor America, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Got it on a loop. All right. Tonight's game is sponsored by the Minnesota State High School League. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by member schools. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and administration of both schools requests the same from all fans. The officials assigned to this game have met the extensive requirements of the Minnesota State High School League, and they are Sheila Rukavina and Rowan Cleveland. First, let's meet the starters for the visiting Hibbing Bluejackets. Number 1, a senior, Haley Hawkinson. Number 2, a senior, Asia Skelski. Number 3, a junior, Kylie Husko. Number 4, the libero, a junior, Bella Skea. Number 7, a junior, Bailey Broker. Number 9, a junior, Zoe Kriski. And number 15, a senior, Justine Erasm. The Blue Jackets are coached by Lauren Peterson and Mandy Husko. Now your hometown Proctor Rails. A junior, number 4, Peyton Rodberg. A sophomore, number 5, Maddie Walsh. A junior, number 6, Gabby Jehola. A senior, number 7, Caitlin Dumars. A senior, number 9, Aubrey Garner. A junior, number 14, Presley Anala. And a senior, number 23, the libero, Cameron Wright. The Rails are coached by Trish Jehola and Aaron Sather.
And back here at the rail yard, thank you, Coach Solberg, for doing that amazing job. And we're about to get underway with Maddie Walsh serving for the Rails. Gabrielson puts it over. That's Walsh. Jehola. Garner is the one who put it over for the Rails. I will get up to speed. Here's Wright now. Jehola, Garner. And looks like it just came off the top of her fingertips there, Coach.
Yeah, kind of just missed on the delivery, but much better passing for the Rails up to Jehola, the setter, to give her some options on who she wants to set to.
So serving for, that's Lucy Gabrielson. Oh, I suppose I could put the score widget up since Carly's doing such a great job on that.
Garner serving, good serve across. Jump set. Nice dig there by Anala. Dumars gets it over for the Rails. From the back row, and that finds the floor on the Rails end. And that was number 15, Justine Orazum. And the score is now 2-1. Hibbing with number 3, Kylie Husko, serving for the Blue Jackets.
We are working on it.
Walsh's pass, a little errant. Rodberg able to save it. Anala gets it over. Back set, and that will be cross court, and that was out. And it's now 2-2.
Taking the floor for the Blue Jackets,
So,
Ariana Janis.
Asia Skalski with the cross court hit out for the Rails, or for the point Rails. Jehola now serving. 3 ball over, Dumars to Jehola. Jehola cross to Rodberg. Rodberg with the kill. Out of bounds off the deflection. And point Rails. And again, nice passing by the Rails to Jehola. Much improved from Tuesday. So she's able to put some pressure on those blockers, not knowing where she's setting. And now Jehola with the service error, giving the points and the side out back to the Blue Jackets. So serving is Bella Skaya. 3-3 is our score. Skaya's serve. Walsh up to Jehola. Jehola to the middle where Dumars is there. And that will find inbounds. And Dumars, the birthday girl, gets her first kill of the night. So Rodberg now serving for the Rails. 4-3. Good serve, good dig. Dumars is there. And she's able to get a point for the Rails. So that powerful server, Rodberg, unable to be handled. And the pass went long where Dumars was able to tip it home. And now Rodberg's serve goes long. Service error, side out for the Blue Jackets. So here's Asia Skalski serving. Rodberg up to Jehola. Jehola setting cross to Walsh. Walsh through the block, lands in, and so Walsh gets her first kill of the game.
Folks, we are working on getting the score widget up here. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, but it is 6-4, the Rails lead.
So good cross-court hit. That's Justine Rosum's second kill. Point for the Blue Jackets,
Taking the floor for the Blue
6-5
Jackets,
now for the
Kylie
Rails.
Husko.
Now Razum will serve. Rodberg, good pass up to Jahola. Jahola, short set to Garner, and Garner blocked there. So a nice block in the middle. Not sure exactly who got that block, but two Blue Jackets were there, and well, that one looked a little out of sorts from the start. Jahola slipped as she was trying to get to that pass, so that was in. Here's Jahola to Walsh. Walsh short, and that did not get over, so the Blue Jackets now up 8-6. Jahola bump set to Anila. Anila not quite able to get up and hits it into the net, and now 9-6 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Razum still serving. Rodberg pass up to Jahola. Short serve, short set to Garner. She tips it over. Good defensive play there by Kriski. Here's Jahola across to Walsh, who tips it over. And that's number 3, Kylie Husko with the kill off the attempted dig by Rodberg. That went out of bounds, so got to expect Coach Jahola possibly take a timeout here momentarily. Here's Jahola across to Walsh. Walsh gets a kill off the back row. Number 4, Belaskaya. So the Rails get the side out that they needed. Now Presley Anila will serve. 10-7 in favor of the Jackets here. Set number 1. And Anila's serve off the back row and out of bounds. Point Rails. Anila still serving, 10-8. Anila with the ace. That falls in. So Presley Anila gets her second ace serve. And it's now 9-10. Anila, good pass. Now across. Long tip across. Now Rodberg able to save it, and Garner tips it over. Short set. And good block there by Garner. Point Rails as she gets up and stuffs. I believe it was number 2. Asia Skalski. And it's now tied 10-10. And Anila with his service error out of bounds. Side out. And now serving for the Blue Jackets will be Haley Hawkinson, senior, one of 3 seniors on this Hibbing team. Hawkinson to Rodberg. Rodberg to Jahola. Middle set. Good job there positioning by Cameron Wright. Now Maddie Walsh off the fingertips of the block. And that was Kylie Husko trying to go cross court a little long. It was out of bounds. So side out for the Rails. Tied 11-11 here now in set number 1. Cross set. Now Jahola. Cross to Peyton Rodberg. Rodberg into the block. And a save. Good block and save by the Blue Jackets. And here's Rodberg again. Tips. And almost dug out of there by Kylie Husko. But instead it goes out of bounds, and the Rails get the side out in the point. Now lead 12-11 here in set 1. Want to welcome those Hibbing fans that are listening and watching. And now Maddie Walsh serving for the Rails, 12-11. Back row. Cameron Wright, good dig, good pass, and good tip over the net by Jahola, but that's dug out by Husko. Anila cross court to Rodberg, and she tips it across, winds up, and instead tips it across court, and it lands in. So Rodberg
Timeout,
gets the
Blue
kill.
Jackets.
And that'll be a timeout, and we'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
And we're back here in the rail yard. Rails, Blue Jackets. Rails up 13-11 here in set number 1. Want to once again thank our student workers here tonight making this broadcast possible. Isaiah Peterson on the camera. And Carly Gloss on our score widget that we're currently trying to work on and get going so you can see the score, but I'll keep trying to mention it. And here we go. Maddie Walsh still serving. 13-11 Rails lead. Set number 1. Good serve there. Tip over. Anila able to dig it out. Good set. And to Rodberg. Rodberg, that's dug out in the back row by Erasm. And that falls, so the Rails get the point. 14-11 now. Rails lead here in set number 1. And the 3 balls over. Here's Rodberg over to Jahola. Back set to Garner. Garner, that's dug out by Erasm. And now the libero will tip it over. And that's not able to be handled. Bella Skaya with the point. And now serving for the Blue Jackets is Zoe Kriski. Jahola tips it over, and she'll find the floor. That falls in, and the Rails get the side out and the point, 15-12. So Jahola, nice job of faking out the defense as they were moving over to defend the block. She tips it over. And they'll call there. Looks like Bailey Broker with the double hit. And now back to serve Aubrey Garner. 16-12, Rails lead, set 1. Garner's serve, nicely done. Pass was long, and Rodberg slammed it, but good dig by the Blue Jackets. And now Duars. Duars gets the kill off the block. Point Rails. That's Dumar's 3rd kill of the night. Birthday today. Happy birthday, Caitlin. Now Garner serve. Good serve. And that's number 7, Bailey Broker with the kill for the Blue Jackets. A nice set there by Zoe Kriski. And now Blue Jackets serving will be Kylie Husko. Jahola cross court set to Rodberg. She'll tip it over. Good dig there. Nice dig there by Kriski, but unable to be controlled. And point Rails.
And I'm back.
Hey, Ted.
I think it's working. 17-13, 17-13. Got 18 now.
Yeah, now it is.
Perfect. It's working. It's just a little bit slow. We got that going. Thanks for everybody who reached out to us about it because, well, we want to make sure things are working the best they can. Thank you, Coach, for just jumping in and taking over.
Hey, anytime. And just there, Rodberg's kill attempt went out of bounds, so side out for Hibbing. And now Bailey Skaya serving. Here's Rodberg. Again, tries to go cross court. And that'll be side out for the Rails. Point Rails, 19-14.
All right, so now maybe I can get into this game with you now. Rodberg serving here. Set one. Rodberg. That's dug out by James. And not being able to get there and get it is Hawkinson, which, by the way, totally off the spectrum of what we're doing. Hawkinson, cool last name, I'm just going to say.
I agree.
So now 2014, want to welcome everybody in that's watching from Hibbing all the way down to the cities. Thanks for joining us here, Rails TV. Ted Keefe along with the coach, Tim Roweeder.
Well, the Rails are a lot more sharp here tonight with their passing, with their serving, and just overall moving. So that practice yesterday, obviously, much well-timed.
Maddie Walsh with the point after she got the set. And that'll take it 21-15. And back to serve for the Rails is Caitlin Dumars, the birthday girl. I saw cake, by the way.
Oh,
Big cake her mom brought in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we can talk about cake like we did last week. Try to save there by Rodberg. And Jahola put it over to get a reset.
Good
Big
block
stop
there
by Garner.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Coach. Nice save by Rodberg, running to go get it. Coach talked about in the pregame about moving their feet and going there and getting it, and boy, she went and got that.
And that was Hawkinson there with the kill to end that volley, and side out for Hibbing, 21-16 now, real lead. And back to serve again is Justine Orazum.
Jahola now, here comes Walsh. Walsh shot gets blocked, but too hard by the Blue Jackets, goes out. That'll be a point for the Rails. So now almost set here. 22-16, but we got a score widget.
Hannah serving. That's pass was a little too long. Nice. Garner with the strong hit. Now a 3-ball over. Anila passes to Jahola, and a lack of communication there a little bit. And side out or point for the Blue Jackets.
Keep going. I think we might have an internet issue with all these folks in here. I think that's the issue that we're having.
Haley Hawkinson serving. Cameron Wright up to Jahola. Short set to Garner. Garner's there. And Hawkinson digs it out. Now Ryan. Short tip over by Jahola. Jahola short set to Garner, and then good block. Now Walsh. Walsh will find a space in the hitting defense and get the side out for the Rails and the point. 23-14. That's Walsh's 5th kill of the night. And now 23-17, Walsh serving. Cross court. Good dig there by Cameron Wright. Now cross court to Rodberg. Rodberg a little too strong, and that goes out of bounds. Side out, point Hibbing. Now Zoe Kriske serving for the Blue Jackets. Garner up to Jahola, to Rodberg in the middle. Good dig there, nicely done by Kriske. And that just gets over the net. And the Rails have trouble with it, so point for the Blue Jackets. Kriske still serving after digging that hard shot by Rodberg out to get that point. Now Rodberg, pass up to Jahola, back set to Garner. Garner with the kill. Point Rails. And now we're down to set point in set number 1. And Dumar's back in the game. Cameron Wright out. So set point, Garner serving. And Garner's serve off the back row, and that'll go out. So the Rails take set number 1, 25-19.
Set goes to the Rails.
And with that, we'll be right back after these messages.
Protect your investments this winter with an enclosed trailer from Wittes Trailer Sales, located in Esco. We also sell cargo trailers, utility trailers, snowmobile trailers, and much more. Did you know we stock a full line of Heinecker snowplows? While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Don't forget about our service center, ready to tackle jobs of any size. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Who will our next generation be? What will they achieve? At Proctor Public Schools, we see great things in the future as we create an environment to educate, engage, and inspire our students to seek adventure, gain knowledge, and make a difference. What do we see in the next generation? We see greatness. Proctor Public Schools. Don't just plan to graduate. Graduate with a plan.
And we're back here at the Rail Yard. Rails up 1-0, 1 set to none in the match here against the Blue Jackets. Again, both teams coming in 2-0. Coming up next for the Rails will be at home on Tuesday next week against the Two Harbors Agates. That game will be broadcast right here on Rails TV. And then they'll travel to Denfeld on Thursday next week. I want to also mention a couple scores from today around the Rails Nation. The Rails football team, 1-0, head down to North Branch today. And a 1 o'clock kickoff, which is unusual for high school football. But that game did not go the Rails' way as they come home with a 1-1 record after the loss, 46-6 against North Branch. Next week they'll be at home against Cloquet on Friday night. We'll carry that one live here on Rails TV as well. The girls swimming team today lost by 2 to Evelyn Gilbert in our home pool here, their last home meet of the year. However, JV did come out victorious against Evelyn. So, yeah, swim team next Saturday will have their section meet. A lot going on here. Even though kids aren't in school, there's a lot of activities, a lot of things going on. So the Rails take set number 1, 25-19. Looked much more crisp, and the passing was better, the movement was better, communication was better. And I noticed today they're not wearing the masks, so that's got to help with communication.
Yeah, neither team is watching or wearing the masks.
And I learned that it's up to the team if they want to wear the mask or not.
Right, and we had talked about that the other day. Now I think we got the widget working again. We'll see. I think we're having some internet issues. And they're also not switching sides like they would normally do in a non-COVID type year. So when Dumars comes off, Cameron Wright into the game to start set 2. And that's Gabrielson, Walsh with a big smash, and it's in. And that was number 12, Jersey Gustafson, who was just not able to get there.
So far, Maddie Walsh leading the way with 6 kills in this game for the Rails. Finding her spots on the in the defense of the Blue Jackets. And now she gets the service ace.
As Gustafson is not able to control it and goes out of bounds. Number 2, Skalski. My bad.
That's what I would say at least.
I would too. Well, let's go with that. Sounds cool. Anyway.
Now Rodberg. Dig in the back row.
And that's going to go long and go out.
Wow,
no, they're saying it's tipped now. So now to serve for the Blue Jackets, number 3, Kylie Husko.
Justine Razum.
Walsh, Chihola. Nice soft touch there by Rodberg. And 2 players there not being able to converge on the ball for Hibbing is Orazum.
Number 6, Ariana Jr.
And number 2, Skalski.
It's hard to call those a kill when they're soft like that.
Yeah, but into the net, there goes number 7, Broker. And that'll be another point for the Rails.
Much different than Tuesday. The Rails are coming out strong in both these sets so far. Tuesday, Denfeld jumped out on top big early on, and the Rails kind of had to play catch-up, but now we're kind of playing from the front, playing with confidence. And that was Broker again, long, so another point for the Rails.
So
And
that is
there's an ace,
in.
yeah. Garner with the ace serve there.
Orazum thought it was on the line. She watched it come down and was a little shocked that it was called in, but even from up here, you could see it was on the other side of the line. Now Garner on to serve for the Rails. James, Orazum, Rodberg, Garner now. Jahola just to get it up and over to keep it alive. Soft touch try there by Skolsky, but can't get it to go when you got Rodberg and Dumars on that side.
Yeah, good job by Rodberg about not only blocking it, but tipping it down inbounds. A lot of times as a hitter, you want to hit that ball so it's off the blocker and goes out, but Rodberg did a good job.
So Walsh's ball goes out of bounds left side. That'll turn it over, and number 4, Sky, will be the server for Hibbing. Rodberg tried just a little lower than the net than where her hand was. We are trying to get that score widget fixed. It is 7-3 here. Rails lead. Second set. That was Anila.
Yeah, once again, communication. Anila thought Rodberg was going to take it. Rodberg at the last second pulled her hands down and caught Anila by surprise.
So Rodberg now, Jahola. Nice touch there by Dumars.
And that's her 4th kill of the game. Now the Beast serving. And they're going to award the point to the Rails for a lift.
So Hawkinson just too close to the net there and just was not able to get a good push on it without having to lift the ball there.
Well, Coach talks about the passing from that back row, and so far Hibbing struggling with that a little bit, especially with the serving of Jahola.
I'm told lines are in regardless.
Yep. And Rodberg with another kill. That's her 4th of the game. Point for the Rails, 10-4.
Good, buddy. Had to do it. Had to do it.
And that serve goes into the net, so point and side out for the Blue Jackets, now 10-5 in favor of the Rails. So serving for the Blue Jackets, Asia Skalski. Good serve, tough to handle. Garner can't control it. And that's an ace for Skalski. (10-6) now in favor of the Rails. Here's set number 2. Rails took set 1, 25-19. And Skalski serving. Jahola cross court to Rodberg. Rodberg winds and fires, but that's long, and that'll be out. So point again for the Blue Jackets, 10-7 in favor of the Rails. Actually, well, they thought it might have been tipped. And there's a little confusion about the rotation for the Rails. All right, here we go. We got that straightened out. And that one will be long. So Skalski, with the service error, and the Rails get the side out and the point. So now Rodberg back to serve, leading 11-7 in set 2. Rodberg short into the net, service error, side out point, Hibbing. So back to serve, Justine Orazum. Maddie Walsh to Jahola. Jahola right back to Walsh. She's not able to get it over with her hit, so point Blue Jackets 11-9 here in set 2. Rosum serve, dug out by Garner. Jahola set to Rodberg. That's over. And now Rosum from the back row. Good pass by Rodberg. Middle set to Dumars. Dumars with the kill. That's her 5th kill of the night.
Entering the
And
floor.
now
for Blue
Kaylin
Jackets,
Dumars
number
will
12,
serve for the
Jersey
Rails, up
Gustafson.
12-9. Now that was Husko. Now Garner will just get it over for the Rails. Krisky set. That was to Husko. Rodberg cross to Maddie Walsh. Walsh with the hit, and good dig out there by number 12, Jersey Gustafson, but that pass unable to be handled, so side out and point for the Rails. And now Dumars serving again, up 13-9. That pass a little long. Krisky trying to set it. And that pass, both Walsh and Dumars went for it, and caused an aired pass to Jahola, who was unable to do anything with that one. And so side out and point for Hibbing. And now number 1, Haley Hawkinson serving for the Blue Jackets. Good hit there by Anila, and that's unable to be controlled.
Just
point Rails.
Well, we're going to try here and try it again. Hopefully it's working. The score is correct as it shows on the screen. And let us serve. Over the net, it's Broker.
Good dig there by Anila, getting it back over.
And Jahola will send it back over, and so that point will land. 15-10 now.
Presley Anila, a junior for the Rails.
That was Gustafson that started that, and that's going to go out as Rodberg watches it go out the backside. Timeout taken by the Blue Jackets. We're going to take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll be back after a message from our sponsor.
Hi, I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
You're going to get the best service possible.
You will find out that your life is going to be better because you can hear better.
I can hear again.
They're always here, willing to help their clients.
I knew that when it was time for my own, I would have not any problem coming to them.
Friendliness makes you feel welcome. The professionalism of the practice of audiology gives you confidence that you are in the right place.
And back here at the rail yard, Ted Keevan along with the coach Tim Roweeder. Anila on to serve for the Rails, and back not being able to handle it is Jersey Gustafson, and that'll be another point for the Rails. It'll be 17-10.
Yeah, it's Anila's third ace serve of the night. And another good serve for Anila.
Skalski trying to get that, just a little too strong cross court, and Gabrielson just not able to get there. So Anila now for her third consecutive serve here. Actually, it's her fourth because into the timeout, but she goes long. Now, that was one of the things that Coach talked about in the interview was, you know, that the whole side out and long, not okay. And that, you know, what they were working on was serving in practice.
Yeah, she'd rather them hit it into the net than having a big, long looping serve that goes out or is easy to handle by the other team.
So Garner there tried for a kill, but just a little too strong and goes all the way out the end line.
Krisky with the serve, Cameron Wright. Hey, good dig there. Jahola able to save that one.
Goes long, and Anila put her hand up. Good thing she didn't touch it because that's a point rails.
Yeah, Skalski with the hit, and again, a little too long, and goes out of bounds. Point rails.
So Maddie Walsh now on to serve for the rails. And good dig there. That was number 12, Gustafson, and trying to go for a kill with Skalski, but with the tandem of Garner and Jahola there, nothing doing. I'm just happy to be part of it. Walsh now. That was Skalski. And back over, Skalski gets her own help. Good help from Rodberg. And Anila will put it back over to reset. Broker comes through for the Blue Jackets and puts it right in the middle of nowhere as our players were just too spread out there.
Yeah, it looked
back
like
on
we
the floor
got a
for the
hand
Blue
on
Jackets,
it.
number
but,
15, Justine Erasm.
Erasm back now into the game for the Blue Jackets. I'm sorry, I cut you off there,
No,
Coach.
go for it. Oh, those are tough right there. That's a tough one to handle.
And that's another thing we talked about in that interview is, that those short off the nets always.
They seem to find the floor always because they're ready for it to come up clean over the net, but Rodberg back set to Garner, and Garner with the kill.
And Sky was right there trying, just couldn't get in front of it and had to extend her body to try to keep it into play.
Back on the floor for the Blue Jackets, number 6, Ariana Janas.
So Jane's now back into the game for the Blue Jackets. Garner serving. That's Janes. Jahola. Rodberg.
Erasm with the kill.
So Hibbing doing their best to fight back into this second set. And that was the serve by Skaya. And going to go out, and that'll be a rails point. Take it 22-15.
Kriske is the setter for the Blue Jackets, has been kind of running all over the place trying to get these passes from the back row, and that was an example there. Pass too close to the net, and she's unable to handle it to get a set.
Jahola now serves. Erasm. Rodberg got a piece of it, and then Maddie Walsh tried to get there to get it up and high enough, but not going to work, and that's going to be point Hibbing.
Erasm with her 4th kill of the night, leading the team right now in kills. Jahola bump set to Rodberg. Rodberg hammers it home. Another kill for Rodberg. That will be her 5th of the night. Another set assist by Jahola. Again, Coach talked about Jahola could be up to 2,000 this year in set assists. It's a big milestone in volleyball.
As a sophomore, or as a junior, I'm
now,
sorry.
Yeah. Ooh,
And Skaya
almost
tried to get some help there, went all the way to the wall, had to bounce off the mat and still can't get it to go, and Rodberg will continue to serve.
So set point here. Rails looking to close out set number 2. Rodberg serving. Good pass.
Skaya. Soft touch. Anila there. Jahola. Maddie Walsh just can't get enough on it and gets blocked there by number 1, Haley Hawkinson.
Back on the floor
and
for
the
the Blue
point will
Jackets,
go
number
to
3,
the
Kylie
Blue
Russo.
Jackets and make it 24-17. The Rails still looking at set point. And that will do it with Erasm putting it into the net.
Second set goes to the Rails.
And that'll make it 2 sets to 1, or 2 net sets to none, sorry.
Correct.
Rails over the Blue Jackets. Again, back here at home next week, Tuesday with 2 Harbors. And then we will be live on Friday from Terry Eggerdahl Memorial Field when we will have our first home football game of the season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Rails. Not a large team this year in terms of numbers or size, but some good athletes on the field, and looking forward to see them compete against a Cloquet team that is always strong. So should be fun. You know, I for some reason, you brought up cake for Caitlin's birthday,
Ooh, I love
and then
cake.
all of a sudden you're off the air for a while.
Hey, whoa, easy. The people don't need to, the people don't need
What
to
is that
know what the
stuff on your
people
mouth?
don't
Is
need to
it-
know. Well,
Is that cake?
you know it's got to be cake because it's not going to be frosting. So let's not tell everybody what my little secrets are.
Score widget. Yeah, right.
Well, luckily we were able to hopefully get that fixed, that we can make sure it keeps going. I'm a firm believer that our internet in here is not as strong as it needs to be, but we will continue to get it working and make sure that things happen.
Well, it's working right now. Knock on wood.
If you could see what I just did, I knocked on Tim's head because, well, the floor is too far down, even when I'm sitting. What else? What else we got going on? MEA weekend?
What?
MEA weekend?
It is.
Staff development day on Monday.
Yep.
And then right back to a solid 4 days of learning. I'm excited to get back with the sixth graders. I've been having a blast. If any of the sixth graders are watching or listening. But
That's
just
because you have like a dance day every day. It's like
not every day.
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday because I got to do it for both groups. And we have Dance Thursday, Friday. I mean, it's just one of those things. We get up, we get our blood pumping, and, the kids get a chance to laugh and giggle and have a good time for a little bit. And then we get to our serious learning, and it makes them want to come back and continue to learn. I say that must be tough.
They have to watch you dance. Why would they want to come back?
Wow. I've showed them how to do the sprinkler.
Oh,
I've showed
nice.
them how to do the lawnmower, the
Nice.
shopping cart. It's been a blast. And then I just sat
Have
there
they
and,
tell you any moves? That's my question.
yeah, I got the moving, dancing dab.
Oh.
Usually it's just a quick dab,
Yeah.
but had a
Oh.
couple of kids that are actually like putting dance moves with the dab.
Okay.
And then I had a couple other kids tell me that the dab is dead.
Is it really?
That's what I'm told.
I was just getting good at that.
I'm still not good at it, so. So the officials taking care of getting their lineups now and into the game. Cameron Wright, and coming out is Caitlin Dumars. On to serve Maddie Walsh for the Rails here in set 3. And
Well,
we
let's
are
see if the
underway.
Rails, let's see if the Rails can start strong again in this set. Play from ahead. Garner, nice job.
Nice soft touch put right in the middle. Erasmus's pass doesn't go anywhere, and that's going to be 4 hits.
Nice block there by Garner. Point Rails jumping ahead right away.
Knock on wood, so far the widget is working.
Do I have to knock on my own head then? Or is that
Yes. So Walsh to serve. Good serve by Walsh. Coming to the front, up and over is Orazum, sorry.
Oh, good block there by number 1, Haley Hawkinson, on the tip by Rodberg. That set was a little too close to the net for her to wind up.
And serving is Skulski. Jahola. Rodberg off the hands of the block, but Orazum was able to save it there, and there's Garner.
Erasmus, that's long.
So Wright will come out, and Caitlin Dumar's back into the game. See, look, her mom's sitting there right on the top, and she's got cake sitting right next to her.
No, she does. Those cupcakes, though, aren't they?
Cake, cupcakes, it's all the same, isn't it? It's just one is shaped and is harder to work with, and the other one is, you don't need a knife to cut it.
I learned a trick with it, though.
A trick with what?
A cupcake.
Oh, what's that?
Where you tear off the bottom half of the bottom part, and you put it on top, it makes like a sandwich.
Oh, goodness. Garner's serve
surprised
into
you
the
didn't
net.
know that. That way, you don't have to worry about the frosting getting all over. But I digress.
I don't like frosting.
Because you don't know how to eat it. That's why.
Erasmus now serving. That's Walsh. Here comes Rodberg, soft touch, can't get that to fall. Hawkinson right there, and a nice soft touch by Husko for the Blue Jackets. We'll give them a point, and we'll tie it up 3-3 here in set 3.
And looks like they're gonna say that Jahola was in the net on that block, so.
Good attempt there by Maddie Walsh. Just off the side of her hands and out of bounds.
Well, that's one of those I think coach would look at and say she needs to move her feet to get to. Again, an errant pass.
Rosum serving right now.
A little slick spot in the floor there, it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like Rodberg almost went down right there. You would think maybe they'd go check that, right?
Yeah. I can see from here it's dry.
Rosum now to serve. Walsh in the middle. And as Caitlin Dumars steps out of the way thinking that Jahola was there and left an empty spot on the floor. And that is another point for the Blue Jackets, 6-3.
Well, this is where you want to see the Rails kind of close things out, but it looks like they're kind of relaxing a little bit.
Nice spot by Caitlin Dumars. Sorry, go ahead.
Letting Hibbing kind of get back into things here a little bit, get a little momentum. So I think Coach Jahola would like to see the girls stay as sharp as they were and put the Jackets away for the night.
And that's another point for the Rails as Gabby Jahola, or as the student section here calls her, Beast. Jahola now up and over back to the back line.
Good dig by Garner.
Hawkinson has some decent power as she comes across the net there.
Yeah, if they can get a good pass to Krisky and give her an opportunity to set Hawkinson, she's got a good, powerful swing. Good pass by Walsh that time. A long set by Jahola. Didn't give Rodberg an opportunity.
And that's Maddie Walsh there, and I think that, again, as we talked about to Coach, and I hate to bring it up again, but that whole moving your feet, just kind of stood there and watched it come reach out for it instead of getting into a good position to actually serve that back.
And that one was a little tougher. I think it was deflected at the net, so I think it changed directions on her.
Jahola now. Here comes Rodberg. Rodberg with a kill. And that'll bring it back to 8-6 Hibbing. Hibbing's first lead of the night.
It is. Well, looking at the stats, you can tell we're passing better because Jahola is able to set different hitters. We got Rodberg with 6 kills, Walsh with 6 kills, and Dumars with 5. So it's hard on the blockers to know who to go and try to block.
Jahola now. Anila and pushed over by Dumars. Big block by Anila and Dumars. Off the fingertips of Dumars, but big save now setting over by Anila. Nice volley here. And Rodberg tried to get there, just not able to.
Bailey Groker, Groker with her 3rd kill of the night.
And going to be serving is Krisky. Krisky's serve. Walsh to Jahola. Good set. Here's Walsh's soft touch. And, you know, we talked about this on Tuesday night where, you know, it kind of looks like they're doing that whole matrix thing. And, you know, I kind of watched there with Maddie Walsh. She went up and you could see her surveying before she sent the ball. And, boy, I tell you, I wish I'd be able to do something like that.
When you can get a piece of paper under my vertical, I might be able to try something like that.
Oh, is that how they judge a vertical?
Yeah.
I bet.
How many sheets of paper?
All right. So Husko to serve. And Walsh's return goes right back up and over. And that one's headed our way. And it's bouncing.
I tried to spike it right into our monitor.
In the whole broadcast. Folks, if the broadcast goes off air, I want you to know that it was Tim who caused it.
I didn't move my feet.
Remember, we were just talking about your vertical. There are no feet.
Where were you, Isaiah? Come on. You're supposed to protect us up here.
Yeah, Isaiah.
Yep.
Get dirty. Your coach has always told you, get dirty, son. Walsh tries and just can't get it to go far enough. It looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We'll take a quick timeout, too, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Our experience with Heritage Window and Door was great. My wife called and got someone right away, which is really great to actually speak to a live person. Very painless, very easy process. One of the things that we were really looking for was not only a high quality window, but really the installation itself. As a homeowner, you really want your window installation done right the first time. And that's not always the case with other companies. And with Heritage Window and Door, that was the case. It was a great experience.
Back here at the rail yard, Ted Kiefert, the coach, Tim Roweeder. Also want to thank our student workers tonight, Isaiah Peterson and also Carly Glass for being here and helping us out with this broadcast. Also want to thank our sponsors, the Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academics, Arts, and Athletic Development, Audiology Concepts up on Matterhorn Mall. Stream Dudes, their mission is to help their customers create and deliver their content. With over a decade of web streaming and live video production experience, Stream Dudes provides expert advice and simple solutions to get your content where it needs to go. Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door over in Superior, Wittes Trailer Sales Esco, Troy Service Center right here in Proctor, and of course the Rob and Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation. It's a mouthful.
It is. Ooh, they're going to say that one didn't quite make it over. I thought it was touched there by Proctor's saying that Hibbing touched it. And the referee's saying he didn't see the touch, so they're asking for possibly a redo here instead of a point for Hibbing.
I'm only being quiet because I'm listening in.
Yeah. So
right.
To no avail.
The Rails pled their case, but as Coach said, no avail. It'll be 14-7 in favor of the Blue Jackets. That is number 3, Husko serving. Rodberg and Walsh will get it up and over. That's the libero, Skya, sorry. And that is going to be out, and it looks like that, well, doesn't look like that'll be point Hibbing.
Yeah, at first I thought it landed in, but it did.
I did too.
But it went outside the antenna. Lousy antennas.
Walsh now, Jahola backs up. Here comes Garner, and with a big block is number 7, Bailey Broker. And that'll be another point for the Blue Jackets. 16-7 here, third set.
Well, tale of two teams here. The Rails in set 3, shooting themselves in the foot and kind of getting sloppy here a little bit.
Walsh.
Good.
That goes off of Skulski. Back in is James, and coming out is Husko for the Blue Jackets. On the serve is Anila. Big serve into the mid there by Anila. Soft touch here's right. And Rodberg going to try to get there, and Jahola will get it up and over. So good teamwork, good communication there by the Rails. And then Skulski goes and does a double hit into the net.
Well,
into the net.
That set was a little too close to the net for her, so she tried to bump it over and didn't have enough air on it.
Jahola now. Garner set it far right side, and that's going to be number 9, Kriske, who can't get it to it for the Blue Jackets, and that'll give the Rails a point. 16-10, Hibbing leads.
Yeah, trying to claw her way back into this third set.
And that's into the net for Anila, so that'll be point Hibbing. And back into the game is Hawkinson. Out for Hibbing is number 7, Bailey Broker. Skya for Hibbing serving, and Wright got there, was able to get Garner's hand. Garner was able to get her hands on it and get it back up and over. And Anila stretching out, just can't get to it.
And Hawkinson able to get it just high enough over that block and into the open gap of the defense.
Skaya now. Johola with the Wright with the dig and Johola with the save.
Orazum, I mean.
Orazum. Walsh. And off the hands of Hawkinson, or pardon me, that is number 9, Kriske. And it'll go far right, or far deep end of the court, and that'll be point for the Rails.
That's 10 kills now for Walsh tonight. She leads the Rails.
Hawkinson pushes it up and over. Anila. Here comes Johola. Wright just to send it over to get a redo. And that's going to hit the floor as 3 Blue Jackets attempted to get there. And 2 of them pulled up at the last second so that they didn't run into each other, and that'll be a point Rails. So Maddie Walsh to serve. Just over the edge of the net. Orazum. Rodberg save. And coach has got some things to say to the young ladies. And serving for the Blue Jackets is Skulski. Rodberg, soft touch, nobody there, into the net, and not going to stay as they push it up and over is Hawkinson. And the Rails will get a point back there, 19-13. And out of the game comes Wright, and in comes Dumars. Garner serving for the Rails, and off the hands of Skulski, goes way out the backside, and that'll be point Rails.
Well, the Rails starting to kind of look a little more sharp here in the second half of this set. Need a few more straight points here to make it interesting.
Orazum, and into the net is Hawkinson. I don't think there was an actual block there.
Nope.
I think she just put it into the net, and that'll be another point for the Rails. Jump in anytime. Orazum puts it into the net, just draws her hand, and it goes in, and that'll be point Rails, and it'll be a timeout taken by Hibbing as the Rails are now within 3.
Nice job by the Rails of putting some things together, get a streak going, and force the timeout here. And again, both teams 2-0 coming in. Hibbing's a good team that the Rails hopefully can close out in 3 games, which would be big.
That would be awesome for just our own psyche, the coach talked about how hard this is to do when she talked about that 5th set on Tuesday, not having fans in here, and how the girls, when they started doing better, they were starting cheering and jumping up and getting loud, and so maybe we'll see some of that here in this last waning part of set 3, and maybe that could bring that home for us. See, I do listen when people talk.
Good pass up to Kriske, over to Razum, and into the net was the blocker. I don't know if it's, they're saying Dumars is in the net for that block, so point for the Blue Jackets.
So Husko back into the game now, taking the place of Janes. Orazum now to serve for the Blue Jackets. That's Walsh, Johola.
Nice placement there.
And Dumars for a point.
Yeah, she saw that one before she even went up to tip that. She looked at that spot and said, yeah, I can hit that. I heard her. She said that.
I was wondering if
it's my birthday, I can hit that.
I was just wondering how you could hear that, because you couldn't hear me talking earlier, but you could hear that. Or is that a tune-out thing?
Well, you just believe what you want. What?
Who? So 2018 now. Gabby Johola serving for the Rails. Another big serve for Gabby Johola. Soft touch and saved by Anila there.
Ooh.
Rodberg. Out, and that's going to be long for a point Rails, 19-20. Rails climbing back into this one.
Yeah, that's definitely a good sign for Coach Jahola, just seeing her team respond when they were down big, claw their way back.
Anna Sidursky in the house tonight. Done a lot with this club up until this year where she stepped away and to do her things, but glad to see she's here getting to partake and watch these young ladies play well. Hawkinson to serve. That's Walsh. Jahola far side to Rodberg. Soft touch right in the front, but waiting there was Husko. And Husko puts it up, or Osm puts it into the net.
Yeah, Rodberg a couple times tonight has done that little flick across court, and this time they were ready for it, but unable to get it back over.
Hawkinson out for the Blue Jackets now. Skya back into the game. Here's Rodberg serve, and it goes into the net, and that's going to drive it 22-20, Hibbing. So this is Kriske serving for Hibbing. Garner, Jahola, here comes Walsh. Goes right side, that's Skye. Big stop there by Garner. Walsh off the hands, and they're gonna say she was in the net. Oh nope, 2 hits. And that'll be point Rails, and that'll then again bring them within 1.
You know, as a coach, you like these close sets like this. It raises the intensity. You can learn about your team a little bit and their character. And, you know, it kind of gives you a little playoff intensity.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yep.
So you get that practice of that, how you respond when things are getting a little anxious out there.
So Dumar's out, right back in for the Rails. This is Rodberg. Jahola with the set. Maddie Walsh off the hands at the front of the net, but going to be unplayable by Kriske. And that'll be the Rails point, 23-22 here in set 3.
Yeah, Walsh has been consistent all night. Jahola getting her the ball, and she's been able to get some points over there for the Rails tonight.
Anila. Oh, almost got the lucky roll. There was nobody at that front corner, but not going to happen.
So set point now here for the Blue Jackets.
Broker out of the game, and Hawkinson back in for the Blue Jackets. And serving is Skya. Walsh, Jahola, here comes Garner. Soft touch, tried to place it.
Ooh.
And Walsh just misplaces it on the corner and gives the game to the Blue Jackets. So 2-1 here from the rail yard. Ted Kiefit along with Tim Roweeder. I want to thank you for tuning in. I haven't even looked to see how many folks we have watching tonight. I think I'll do that right now. Got anything cool to talk about? Wow, that's good, I guess.
Oh, man. You know,
it's been a long week.
I had a great conversation yesterday with some of our seniors who are helping us kind of plan some things around homecoming week and some other activities to get kids involved and engaged in our school, even though we're not here in person. Yeah, also excited to start talking about bringing kids back. You know, I mean, we're putting plans together and things like that, waiting for that case rate to go down a little bit so we can start bringing kids back in the building regularly.
Got 67 viewers right now. So thank you to all those folks that are tuning in here, not only from the Proctor area, but also all the Hibbing fans. Thank you for tuning in. Glad you're able to join us in this COVID time and be able to watch your players play, even if it's from a distance.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I went on Hibbing's YouTube page for their broadcast. They do a nice job. So thank you to the Hibbing Blue Jackets, whoever's running that program up there.
Yes, thank you for having a program.
Yeah.
You know, because I think it's important, not only from just having, you know, things for students to work and try out of the norm, but also, again, in COVID times, being able to have something like this that you can share with all the different communities that'll either come to you or if you're, you know, go on the road and broadcast also.
That's free.
I love free.
Yes, I mean that was a big deal for us 4 or 5 years ago. Was not having people having to pay to watch these events is very important. So that's why our sponsors are super important. And you know, for people around the state, country, world to just be able to tune in and see our students perform, it's awesome.
Absolutely. You know, just wanting to make sure, like we talked earlier about, you know, grandma, grandpa, aunt, and uncle, godparents, whatever it be, you know, being able to just one click get in and not have to set up accounts and not have to pay to watch, especially in, I hate to keep saying it, especially in COVID time, but it's where we are. And I'm glad that the district, along with Reed and Irving and all those beginning field sponsors, made it so that in the district that we could go get the equipment we needed to be able to do this for free and not have to charge our fans. So here we are underway in set 3. Set 4, I'm sorry. Wow, God, you just yelled at me.
Rails took set 1, 25-19. Set 2, 25-17. And then the Blue Jackets just took set 3, 25-22. Just to refresh your memory.
Thank you.
How many do we have, did you say?
We had, last I looked, 67.
Nice.
Long there for Orazum.
Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast and from the comfort of your home. We saw some snow today here.
We did.
Darn it.
It was a squall.
It was.
And there's where we talked about that quick little ace right off the net there, Maddie Walsh.
I've been impressed with Maddie tonight in all different phases of the game. She's had some good passing from the back row. I don't get it.
Technical difficulty there. We're back. Maddie Walsh still serving for the Rails. You were saying you've been impressed by Maddie Walsh tonight.
Yeah, her serving, her hitting from the outside. She's had some good passing to get some things set up for Jahola to set some hitters. So
Jahola gets called there for a carry. That's what it'd be, right?
Yes, well,
lift, a carry, same thing, right?
Sure. Oh. We talked about getting the player of the game feature going with Robin Barb Schaller, player of the game. And tried to get it going today, but it wouldn't show up on our website.
So at all of our games, just to kind of give folks an idea of what we're looking at here. Big save by Wright. Jahola sends it back over. We'll get back to that in a second here. This is a great volley. Orazum, I think that was in. Oh, line judge says it was out. What we're going to be trying to do is to incorporate our fans that tune in, especially since we're going to have larger numbers at this time, and try to pick the different players from each team and have you vote on who will be the player of the game, and it'll be the Rob and Barb Schaller Foundation player of the game. We as Coach was saying, we try to get that going tonight, but hopefully we'll have that ready for Tuesday, and we'll have a website that you can go to right on our school page where you'll be able to go vote for your player, and then we'll announce that at the end of the game. So Hawkinson tried to save that one for Hibbing, but was just a little too deep, dropped in the middle where nobody was, and the Rails go up 5-3. Jahola to serve. Right off the edge, the libero Sky was right there. Walsh.
Good pass again.
Soft touch, not able to get that one to go. And Walsh right there. And that was out. Just a little too hard by Rodberg.
Oh, what'd they call a tip? They must have called a tip there.
Must have, yep. So Jahola still serving for the Rails.
Nice, great serve. So again, this set, the Rails jumping up on top right away, getting that confidence going, unlike set number 3.
Right off the edge, there it is again. So hard to play as that speed just stops because they were backing up to set up, and that ball goes into the ground, and the Rails are going to go up 8-3. We're going to take a moment here. We're going to get a word from one more of our sponsors before we come back. So we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
Back here at the Rail Yard, Ted Keefe, Tim Roweeder. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Rails TV for tonight's matchup featuring the Blue Jackets from Hibbing High School and our very own Proctor Rails. The Rails are up 2-1 and right now lead set 4, 8-3 with Gabby Jahola serving. Off the net again, that's just like the last one. And Razum.
I like to think she tries to do that, and maybe she does.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
It's a skill that most don't have. So 9-3 now, Rails. Orazum with the setup, and Rodberg. Jahola pushes it way back. Are they able to get it up and over? And
no.
Just not enough as Garner tries to go and get it along with the help from Maddie Walsh. And they just can't get it to go up and over. So 9-4.
Hey, while Isaac is working on that cable for you tomorrow, have him just raise the ceiling, will you?
Just crank. Want to thank Isaac Scherber for all the work he helped me with today. We're trying to get some internet stuff fixed for this broadcast. We have an amazing maintenance staff here in our building that are always just absolutely so helpful. So thank you to all of our maintenance staff for everything that you do here in the district.
Well, that was a powerful kill by Rodberg there. Krisky came up just kind of looking like I just needed to defend myself there a little bit.
Rodberg now.
Nice.
Another kill. The libero trying to get there is Skaya and just not able to. I was just going to say the score again, but the widget's working.
Good.
So I can just let the fans see it. Don't say that. Rodberg now. Just over the top edge, Skaya. Oh, trying to dig out the shot by Husko was Gabby Jahola and just not able to get control of it and goes into the stands, and that'll be a point for the Blue Jackets. Rodberg, Jahola right at the net. Here comes Caitlin Dumars. Thought that was going to fall. Garner, Jahola, Walsh, and Skaya gets it. Big dig there by Garner. Maddie Walsh, a little easy on that one, thinking she could get it to fall.
Bailey Broker right there to send it, return to sender.
She said she did a minute bowl. That was Husko serving. Walsh. And it fell over. That's point.
That works.
Yeah. Take it any way you can get it on that one. Coming into the game for the Blue Jackets is Janes out. Is number 3 Husko. And Cameron Wright now back into the game for the Rails. And she came in for Caitlin Dumars. Right to serve. Big save there by Rodberg. And Garner gets it up and over. Skaya. Big block.
Nice.
Say she was into the net. 2 hit, and that'll be point Rails. That'll
Nice
be
block there by Garner.
13-6. Sorry, I stepped on you.
No, you're good. That was just a great job by Garner getting up her and Walsh to block that powerful hit.
Right, just a little too strong on that one.
How do you time that when it throws it up so
I
hard?
don't know. I was thinking that exact thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, but not at that one. On the one before when her first throw, I was just like, how do you do that?
Practice.
Practice. We're talking about practice. Big kill there by Garner. We're talking about practice, man. It's practice?
Playoffs.
They are who we thought they were. Oh, we let them off the hook. If I had a trash can, I'd pound on it.
Yeah.
Then we'd hit all the sports. Hawkinson at the net now. That is Kriske that sent it over. Jahola, soft touch, tried to get it to go right now. Jahola, right side Garner, and nice little leave. They thought it was going to go left side to Maddie Walsh, but she left it behind her for Garner, and Garner gets a point.
Great reaction by Hawkinson on that tip by Jahola. I thought for sure that was going to land, but Hawkinson with the fast reflexes getting up and returning it back over the net.
So Anala serving. I didn't say that. I should have. Here comes Jahola. Garner, just a little too strong.
Yep.
Oh, was it tipped?
Yep.
I got to pay better attention.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, be nice. If I wanted you to agree with me, I'd let you know.
Ooh, a little long on the serve. Service error. Side out point Hibbing.
Sorry.
Kylie Jarvie going in the game for the Rails. Sophomore. I was going to mention that she'd always be on the ballot.
Always on the ballot.
We've got my vote.
Jarvie now into the game and unable to control that one at the back corner and goes out. So 16-9 now, Rails lead. Set 4 here. Skolsky to serve, that's right. Jarvie and Jahola just going to get it up and over. Hawkinson's ball gets up and over. Jahola, Garner. Oh, and the Blue Jackets can't get there as Skolsky was right there, got a piece of it, but got it in misdirection and not able to save it.
Rodberg.
So do you think any of this, how they've played tonight, has been due to the fact that they can hear better as neither team is wearing masks tonight?
I bet there's a little bit to do with the fact that they can communicate a little bit better and see each other's reaction and emotions and all that stuff. But I think it's more to do with their footwork and passing and those things.
Those things. That was Janes trying to get there, and she almost took out Coach and the bleachers. Glad that she was able to stop. 19-9 now. Rails lead, set 4. Maddie Walsh's serve to Skaya. Oh. I still wonder how she gets there.
Razum with the great kill there.
Maddie Walsh trying to get there, just not able to. Now into the game for the Blue Jackets is Husko, and she'll be coming in for Janes. Razum to serve for the Blue Jackets. Rodberg, Jahola with the set. Back to Garner, and that's going to be, I thought that went out, or was going to go out.
Yeah.
Big kill there by Rodberg. Wright going to come back out, and Dumars back into the game for the Rails. Garner now to serve for the Rails, 20-10. Rails lead here, set 4. And Garner puts her serve into the net, and it'll make it 20-11. I was going to say 21-11. I was going to give both teams a point.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's even, right?
Yeah.
Hawkinson to serve. Garner. Jahola, far side to Rodberg, and Razum is able to dig that out. Garner. Here comes Caitlin Dumars. Walsh now. Jahola. Here comes, and just too strong is Peyton Rodberg.
Yeah, again, trying to go across court and a little too much on it. Too much mustard.
Mustard, I like mustard. Hawkinson, and with the big dig is Walsh. You know, I like the player that Rodberg is. I like watching how she plays, and when she makes a mistake like that, you can just look at her and see that wheel turning of, okay, I'm not doing that again, and why did I do that?
Yeah.
Rodberg. And the ball was just over on the other side, and that was Broker who got a hand, just a soft touch, and she put it right in that one vacant corner right front of the rails. So 20-14. Hibbing on a 4-point run here.
Nice save by Jahola.
And that's going to go long as Husko just gets too much. Hawkinson out of the game for the Blue Jackets, and back in is Skaya. Jarvie now coming out.
Number 14, Presley Anila.
And Anila back in. Suppose we don't have it, I can kind of hear it, but we don't have it turned up very loud. Jahola serving now. Erasm goes off her hands and out to the right side of the back of the court now, 22-14. Jaden Lalonde now coming in for the Rails defensively with Maddie, going to sub out Maddie Walsh.
Good to see the Rails able to get some subs in here as the looking to close out this match.
Jaden Lalonde, a junior. Husko's shot not able to go, and that's going to be pushed to the backside by Anila. And maybe miscommunication there, maybe, as it looked like Lalonde was right there waiting for that as Jahola came through to try to get it.
A lot of times that's just reaction, though. You hard to make that split-second decision like that.
Like between a brat and a hot dog?
Between what?
A brat and a hot dog?
Yeah, split-second.
Split-second.
Wow.
Big save there by Kriske. And that's going to give the Blue Jackets a point, 22-16. Kriske. Husko gets every piece of it.
Right.
It's going back, way back. And that'll be point Rails 23-16 with Rodberg serving.
It's like my golf shot. Sometimes I actually hit it.
Sometimes.
And I get surprised by it.
I do too, not yours, mine. That's Broker. Broker puts it right in the middle of the floor. Nobody there as the Blue Jackets fight to stay in this one and try to push it to a game or to a set 5. And off the net, that's not going to help the cause because we are now at game point, 24-17, as the Rails are going to look to close it out. And Cameron Wright will come in to serve. And that goes long,
there it is.
And that's game point as Erasm tried to put it inside right corner and was not able to get it to go. So the Rails take the match 3-1.
Yeah, and you know, being we don't have our balloting open, I'll cast my vote tonight for the Robin Barb Schaller Charitable Fund
Player of the game.
Player of the game. I'm going to say Maddie Walsh. She was all phases of the game, did a great job. Lots of kills, lots of good passes to Jahola from the back row. Good serving. But overall, I guess I'd give our whole team some kudos just because they put together a much better performance than Tuesday. Responded. Coach Jahola talked about practice yesterday not being the most fun practice in the world, but they came out and showed that they can actually do the job. And again, beating a 2-0 team here at Hibbing in 4 games. Nicely done.
Absolutely, and I would agree with you. We talked earlier in the game about how impressed tonight we were with Maddie Walsh. I mean, she was all over the place, and she Did she have a couple of drops? Of course she did, but overall she had a great game offensively and defensively. And, you know, when you can get a player or multiple players that can get it on both sides, you know, that's going to do nothing but benefit us as a team, and agree with you in the aspect of just the team factor. I mean, and again, I don't know if it's what I asked about earlier about on the floor without the masks on. Is it easier to talk to each other, easier to communicate, easier to hear each other, that kind of deal? And who knows, because we're not down there. But it just seemed like they were more cohesive tonight than they were on Tuesday.
Well, hopefully we can carry that over to next week here now, Tuesday here against Two Harbors. Looking forward to that one.
Very cool.
Get a coach's show before that.
Absolutely. And want to thank our student workers tonight, Isaiah Peterson and Carly Glass. Thank you for being here. Want to thank our sponsors again, the Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, the Reed Foundation, Rails Endowment for Academics, Arts, and Athletic Development, Audiology Concepts at Matterhorn Mall, Stream Dudes. Their mission is to help their customers create and deliver their content. With over a decade of web streaming and live video production experience, Stream Dudes provides excellent service and advice for simple solutions to get your content where it needs to go. Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door in Superior, Wittes Trailer Sales, Esco, Troy Service Center right here in Proctor, and the Rob and Barb Schaller Charitable Foundation. Want to make sure we thank them because, again, without them, and the district. I mean, I always forget to put that on there because it's just kind of assumed. But also thank you to the district, because without all those folks, with all those financial partners, we're not able to do this. So thank you to all of them. Any closing words, Coach?
Happy birthday, Caitlin Dumars. She's passing out cupcakes as we speak, so we better
get
off the
here
air.
so we can get one. Well, on behalf of myself, the coach, and our students, thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.